So 12 years ago when I was working on my PhD, one time I was getting ready to get in my car. I think I was parked at maybe a grocery store or a department store. I was getting ready to get back to my car, drive to the campus, when somebody, you got to remember this is 2010 when this was more common. Somebody was smoking a cigarette standing near my car, and I didn't want to open the door and get smoke in my car. So I waited a couple minutes for him to finish up, but he smokes one after another. And so I turned on the car alarm, hoping that would entice him to just go somewhere else. And so I turned on the alarm, and he continued to smoke there. And this went on for another 7, 8. I normally wouldn't have done that. Normally, I probably would have just went into the store and waited out. I think I was running late for something else that day. And so that was kind of a funny story. I don't think I ended up being late or anything. I certainly didn't get kicked out of the PhD program or anything. So now it's funny to laugh at it. Now, but it reminds me of how my fapping addiction kind of felt like, right? A lot of times there were a lot of alarms going off when I was in the middle of a fapping session, right? I work at a tutoring center, and in the past it was not unusual for me to hide out in the bathroom to do it, or I was running late getting to the tutoring center and couldn't get my mind off of fapping. There were times when it was causing physical discomfort as well. There were times when I had to hide out. I would go home to my family. My family is halfway across the country now. And then by the time I get there, all I want to do is to fap instead of spend time with my family, right? I got a younger brother, and so sometimes I spend time with my grandparents as well. Sometimes the people I fantasize about while fapping are not really appropriate, right? There are people in my life that I really have no business in thinking about doing that with. I won't name names here, but it just makes for a very uncomfortable situation that I would fantasize about people, or you get the idea, right? Alarms are blaring left and right, and yet I keep doing it, right? That's addiction right there. Now, earlier today, I was in no hurry, but somebody was smoking standing next to my car. Just brought back those memories, and I'm so glad that I'm not living blind, and I could hear the alarms going off around me when I do something off, right?